So a very good morning, all of you. Happy Sunday. So weekly Q&A. So in this weekly Q&A, I'll initiate with some topics. And as we move on, feel free to pose any questions as per your choice in the comment section below, right? I'll try to address them as soon as possible. So a very good morning once again. So this week, as you can see in the title, it's clearly evident, I have posted some keywords that will be the focus of our initial discussion, and then we'll move on to your Q&As, if any, right? So first and foremost, this morning I got a message from one of the aspirants, I reckon. They were asking for handwritten notes for entrance preparation. In fact, the student says that they're looking for handwritten notes. So this is something which I always try to highlight, and I would like to take this as an opportunity to at least spend a few minutes on the importance of having a customized notes. If I'm attending a lecture or if I'm trying to learn something new which I have no idea about, I start making notes based on the level of my understanding, based on the queries I have, based on several things that come across my mind in the process of learning something new. So this notes preparation, which I have, is my notes. It is a handwritten notes, which is customized to suit my needs or requirements. If I'm going to give you this notes, you haven't attended any lecture, you haven't attended any workshop, you just had a look at my customized handwritten notes. Do you think it really serves the purpose? Do you think you can learn content, or do you think you can learn something from this customized handwritten notes of others? I mean, if yes, then that would be very strange, peculiar. And I'll talk about the drawbacks. The reason why I'm saying it doesn't work out is because in the process of notes preparation, this is something which is based on my level of understanding. Your level of understanding will be completely different. And if at all I make any mistakes in the process of making notes in my customized handwritten notes, don't you think you will be just imbibing the same wrongful information based on the content which is provided in some other notes? The point is very simple. Even during our undergraduation, we had this habit of distributing a person's notes to the entire class. And when that main person commits a mistake or error in the notes, the same will be repeated throughout. And if it is a classroom scenario, that's fine. A university theory exam or practical exam scenario, okay, that's fine to some extent. But what about entrance exam? So it definitely would be a costly mistake, right? So when the competition is very high, and when you're aiming for perfection, and when you're looking for progress, going through or studying from some other hardworking, handwritten, customized notes would be a counterproductive strategy, without any doubt. It simply doesn't work. My notes is in no way useful to you, and your notes is in no way useful to me. No way useful. So customized notes, as I mentioned previously, is something which one prepares based on their level of understanding, based on the keywords which they come across. And that's the reason why it's called as customized. And if you're looking for shortcuts in the form of ready-made notes, customized notes, others' customized notes, then you'll have to pay a heavy price because, when we invest something, if your investment, if it is mediocre, and if you're expecting windfall gains, then it means we're looking for shortcuts. It's only a temporary phenomenon. It's no long-term strategy for good, for your own progress. It doesn't simply work out. So when your investment is good, then obviously the returns are also going to be good. So in this case, we're talking about investment of time, investment of your energies, investment of your passion, your qualities towards the task at hand. And when you give your best in the process of this good investment, then obviously you'll get a wonderful, fantastic output or result without any doubt, without any compromise. So that's something which we shouldn't take it for granted. what we invest in the form of time, in the form of our energy, in the form of our commitment really matters the most. And if we are looking for shortcuts, then the output is going to be proportional. Don't you think so? So that's something which I wanted to highlight initially. Hi, hi Priyanka. Good to hear from you as well. A very good morning. Yeah. So customized notes. So no matter which lecture you're attending, no matter which test you're going through, no matter which information you come across, if you feel that it's important, if you have any confusion, try seeking clarity and make notes. If you find it important, make notes. And if you go through a textbook review or literature review, if you find certain important points, then make notes or highlight those points or use sticky notes. There are numerous strategies in which you can prepare your own customized notes, right? And it's going to be very interesting. When you do something by force, then it's going to be counterproductive, it's going to be boring, and you cannot sustain that activity. But when you're doing it with passion, and when you know why you're doing, right? So as I mentioned previously, if you are self-motivated, then if you know the importance of what you're doing, then you will not have any regrets. And most importantly, you'll start enjoying the process. In fact, during my preparation, I always enjoyed preparing notes. And when I say notes, it's not about writing volumes and volumes of information. It's about customization, what you feel is important for you based on your level of understanding. It's going to be very interesting, it's going to be very helpful, it's going to save your time, it's going to enhance your confidence. There are so many wide range of benefits with one's customized notes, right? So always keep that in mind. So that's something which I wanted to initiate with our weekly Q&A session. And the second thing is responsibilities or choices. I mentioned the same even in the title of this video. We all have so many responsibilities, our own responsibilities. Some of us have kids, some of us have parents to be taken care of, some of us have siblings to be taken care of. Remember, we all have choices. For example, if you're planning kids, you know it's a responsibility. When you have kids, you have to allot time, you have to allot energy. You have kids and you say it's all a burden for me, then it's not at all justified. Having kids at the first instance is your choice. So you made a choice to have kids. You made, sometimes we'll make choices willfully. It can be because of any other reason. It can be because of societal pressure, peer pressure, parents' pressure. It doesn't matter, but ultimately, what we do is purely our choice. We can't blame others. I mean, if we are doing that, we're fooling ourselves in the process. So no matter which decision we take in life, it's purely based on our choice. The point which I wanted to highlight here is I usually see many saying or complaining that we have so many responsibilities. We have kids to take care of, married and a wife or a husband I have to take care of. I mean, these are all choices which you have made consciously. No, you can't complain. I'm not saying the game is over, you have to suffer. No, that's not my point. If you haven't taken a decision regarding having kids or getting married, the choice is yours. Ask yourself whether it is required or necessary or not. You are preparing now. I'm talking this in the context of aspirants who are preparing for the upcoming entrance. You're preparing now. You know what your priority is. And now you want to get married. Now you want to have kids. I mean, how do you think it works out? It only adds up pressure and ultimately derails your objectives without any doubt. So that's something which you have to consciously decide, because it's your choice whether you want to get married, you want to have kids, especially during your preparation. Having said that, there are numerous aspirants who already have kids, who already have so many responsibilities in the name of, taking care of their in-laws, parents, husband, wife, etc. So in those cases, again, the same question arises. Isn't that your choice? So in spite of having all those responsibilities, haven't you chosen to prepare? So when it's your choice to prepare despite or regardless of all these responsibilities, then do it as per your priorities. So just take a piece of paper, note down your priority list, like what's your top priority, number one, and what's your other priorities. I mean, don't shy away from this. If you feel like embarrassed about sharing it with others, don't share it with others. Just have a private note only for yourself. Just list down your priorities and start working towards the same. Because if you do it, it gives you a lot of relief and satisfaction. If preparation is your top priority, then a lot more time towards it. If you can make sure that your parents or in-laws can take care of your kids, I mean, you can delegate that activity for them, and then allot yourself more time towards preparation, right? My point is very simple. Whether you have kids to take care of, whether you have parents to take care of, family, in-laws to take care of, husband or wife to take care of, this is all your choice. So when something you're doing is out of your choice, you'll somehow do it. But if you're doing it forcefully, no matter how much others say, no matter how much effort you put in, if that's not your choice, then you cannot sustain it. Be it preparation, be it taking care of your family, be it anything else. So whatever you do, it has to be by your choice. You cannot say it's not my choice, someone forced me. No, that never happens. They might say, others might say many things to you, but ultimately what we do for ourselves is purely by choice. So that's something which I want you guys to keep in mind. So responsibilities or choices, we can't complain. There is no point in complaining, because whatever we do is purely by our choice. I mean, if you have any dispute regarding this, please let me know in the form of comments. We can discuss further, right? So if you have no kids, or if you're planning kids, or if you're planning to get married, just hold on. Check out your priorities and keep working towards the same. Often we assume that we're not humans, we are machines, we can take care of everything at once. But we should realize that even we are humans with feelings. Not everything can be done simultaneously. Not everything can be done simultaneously. It has to be based on our priorities, right? So that's something which I wanted to highlight. And I don't mean to discourage those who have responsibilities to prepare. No, that's never my point. If you have even I have my own responsibilities, but still it's all about priorities. And we should keep working towards our priorities for a more satisfied and happy life, isn't it? And the third one, which I wanted to highlight, is it's not a point, but I wanted to do some brief literature review. In fact, I posted this a couple of days prior in our updates and YouTube channel. I would love to go through it once for your sake, and then we'll have a brief discussion regarding it, and then we'll move on to your Q&As. So first, we'll start with the following. It's an extract from a Timeless Spring, a book, Timeless Spring by Jiddu Krishnamurti. So the title is "You're Not Encouraged to Be Intelligent." In fact, I placed that as the title, but it's an extract from the book, A Timeless Spring. I haven't gone through it, but I'm really looking forward to go through it as soon as possible. Jiddu Krishnamurti, for your information, is born in Madanpalli. It's a town it's a hill station near, or in Andhra Pradesh, near Kadapa, as far as I remember. My parents had been there, and they bought several books of Jiddu Krishnamurti. Jiddu Krishnamurti was born in Madanpalli. He was a philosopher. He's a philosopher, speaker, and writer. He died in the US. I think he settled over there. I don't have much information about Jiddu Krishnamurti, but as far as I know, I've come across several quotes. I know that he's a philosopher. He has written so many books, thought-provoking. Even his speeches are available in Facebook or YouTube. You can just browse through. So one of his abstracts: most educational institutions are not interested in what kind of life you're going to lead afterwards, in what your relation is going to be with your wife or husband or with society at all. They're not concerned with how you're going to resolve your many conflicts, your many despairs. The chief concern of most schools and colleges and academies seem to be helping you get some kind of book learning, and they expect you, while answering examination questions, to repeat what you have learned like a gramophone record. Seems to be harsh, but 100% true. If you can do this successfully, you are declared as a BA, MA, PhD, BDS, MDS, and so on, and then you go out into this rotten society without the awakened intelligence that is required to fight its ugliness, its corruption, its cruelty, and its bestiality. You're not encouraged to be intelligent. So these are some of the words extracted from the Timeless Spring, which I've come across in J&K Study Club, which my father follows. He shared this to me, and I found it thoroughly interesting and thought-provoking. So, isn't that true that what we come across in the form of formal education, we're just made to go through facts or remember things, and just vomit it. We say vomit it on the day of exam. He says like repeat it like a gramophone record. That's what exactly happens. That's what exactly happens in most of the institutions, not just in our country but throughout the world. In most of the institutions, if not all, right? So, I mean, if that's the case, then as he points out, you might have degrees on a piece of paper. Then, how do you get that awakened intelligence? Maybe he's talking about consciousness to deal with so many challenges that we come across in life. And don't you think that's the reason why most of us struggle after college? It's not just about finding job. It's not just about earning decent income. It's about facing the real life scenarios. I mean, like our education institutions? Do you think they are equipped to provide us with this awakened intelligence? So this is something which we all need to ponder, and definitely there needs to be some changes at basic level. And fortunately, for the past several years, in our academy, at least as every time we say academic excellence with social commitment, I'm proud to say that we not only impart information or knowledge in the form of MCQs or e-classes videos or assignments or key points or debate sessions, but right from the beginning, I have this inclination of providing even general discussion regarding various topics with the hope that there could be some thought-provoking effort from your side towards dealing with various challenges in day-to-day life. I mean, what we learn in colleges, of course, it's important, but nowadays even that's not helpful in finding jobs or cracking entrance for that matter. That's the reason why we have academies like ours, which is very unfortunate, by the way. But this is something which we should all ponder over. And ultimately, what matters is not just the ranks or marks. If you carefully observe, based on what he has mentioned, it's not about degree on a piece of paper. It's not about how many marks or how many ranks you score. But ultimately, it's about that awakened intelligence which is there right within you, which is actually required to deal with so many consequences or so many things that are happening in the outside world. And if we can equip ourselves with this awakened intelligence, or we can call it as consciousness, then life itself is going to be amazing. And that's what I've learned. I mean, what I've learned during undergraduation and post-graduation is minuscule compared to what I'm learning after my post-graduation, because the moment you start interacting with so many people, the moment you keep traveling to different places, the moment you start reading different books. In fact, I recently completed this a book by David Eagleman. It's called as Incognito. I think we have a mirror view. It's Incognito, The Secret Lives of Brain by David Eagleman. So you keep reading books, you keep traveling, right? You keep interacting with people. You start developing an open mind, and then you will start realizing like what's actually required to survive. It's not about marks. That's the reason I keep on highlighting. It's not just about marks and ranks. Okay, they help you to some extent. They help you gain admission, this NEET rank and all. But that's not the end. In fact, that's very minuscule compared to what you're going to face or what you're going to learn after your formal study. And as they rightly say, learning is a continuous process. And if you think you're done with learning, studying, or preparing with this entrance, then nothing can be farther from truth. So this is something which I wanted to highlight in the process of this weekly Q&A. So these are the three main topics. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed them. And I know some of them might be thought-provoking. So it's okay to provoke our thoughts. Once and for now. So if you have any further queries, feel free to drop them. I think we have some comments, I'll go through them in the meantime, and also if you have any further queries, feel free to post them in the live comment section. Okay. Hi Sanjana, very good morning. Shweta, a very good morning. Sakshi. Hi Sakshi. Didn't get the ID. No, we're not sharing any Zoom ID here. This is only a YouTube live session which is being streamed via Zoom so that we can have this virtual background, right? I mean, if you would like to contact us, you can drop a mail at proudtobedentist@gmail.com, or you can even check our website, ptbdacademy.com. Okay, you can contact us directly through mail. Yeah, and also through website. In website, we have this contact details. Like you can just drop your queries, we'll get a mail even from the website. Okay. Hi Harita, very good morning. Priyanka, good morning, sir. So good to see you back. Priyanka, I didn't go anywhere. I'm always here. I'm always online. Okay, good to hear from you too, Priyanka. Hi, Vinita. Very good morning. Vasundhara. Hi, Vasundhara. A very good morning to you too. Shweta, while writing notes, every point seems to be important. How to manage while writing notes, sir? In that case, if you find every point to be important, then try picking up a highlighter. Use a highlighter and then mark those points in the literature which you come across instead of writing, because writing consumes a lot of time comparatively, right? So if that's the case, yeah, try highlighting various important points. And in the process of preparing customized notes, make sure that you're only entering bullet points or keywords or numericals or tables of flowcharts. There are numerous ways of doing it. In fact, we've tried highlighting that previously as well in the form of various videos posted on YouTube. And also you can make use of sticky notes where you can highlight, doing things differently in order to beat the passivation, in order to keep the spirit of maintaining customized notes going. You have numerous methods. So if you feel like every point is important, then definitely I suggest you to use a marker to highlight those points wherever you come across in the process of literature review, or it can be any textbook. Okay, Shweta? Sahana, sir, I got second class in BDS final year. Does our BDS marks affect our NEET ranking? Is BDS marks considered while announcing NEET rank? Sahana, as of now, there are no such rules. No, your BDS marks or percentages are not considered in your entrance exam, right? So you need not worry about which class or how many marks you secured. Your entrance exam, NEET MDS entrance, is purely based on the score which you get in the entrance per se, right? No strings attached. So don't worry whether it is first class or second class. You have nothing to worry about, right? As I mentioned previously, university marks, practicals. As I mentioned in last live session, if you remember, there are so many factors playing a role. But NEET entrance is purely based on your merit. No one is going to award you marks based on impression, based on conceived perceptions. No, it's going to be purely by your merit, the entrance. So you have nothing to worry about. Hi Pooja, a very good morning. Hi Vaishnavi, good morning to you too. You're welcome, Shweta. Gunjan, hi Gunjan, glad to hear from you. A very good morning to you too. Right? So, and also, for sake of completion, I've been getting several queries regarding NEET MDS counseling dates and all. Usually by this time, last year, they've announced the counseling dates and all, but this year, it seems to be still on hold. So, you know what I'm going to say. Let's just wait and watch and keep a tab on mcc.nse.in, natboard.edu.in, and nba.edu.in. And also, you can keep a tab on DCA website, 4 websites, right? Because last year, if you remember, the revised cutoff was first released in DCA website in the month of July, I reckon. So just keep a tab on these 4 or 5 websites, right? In your mobile, you can open these websites and leave them aside, keep dedicated windows for them, and you can keep refreshing. And also, from our side, we'll make sure to post you an update the moment there is relevant information, right? The moment we come across any relevant update, we'll let you know through our YouTube and Telegram updates groups, and also through our Google group. Okay? Yeah. Hi Amrita, a very good morning. You're welcome, Vasundhara. Have a fantastic day, you too. Right? So I reckon we can conclude this session. So I'm glad we had this live interaction and good to see your queries as well. I'm sure you have a lot many queries. Feel free to get back through mail. We can have a private communication through mail, right? If not on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed our weekly Q&A session, and your feedback is always welcome. Sincerely, genuinely speaking, and for any further queries or assistance, you can always get back through mail 24/7. Also, check our website ptbdacademy.com. So, wish you all the best. Love you all. Keep working, keep giving your best. Ultimately, it's all about self belief. So just believe in yourself. Success is all yours. Have a lovely day ahead. Happy Sunday. Bye.